Welcome to Master the Game. I'm Juce, and tonight we are going to be playing BECMI, Keep on the Borderlands. And a little bit of a spoiler here, but TPK is coming tonight. Just watch. With that, take it away, Bill.
TPK is not coming. So, session 4, only 2-player character deaths. Those are good odds, 50-50, right? So let's do it.
First session we spent pretty much all in town, though.
Well,
that's a wash.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that.
Are we counting character creation too? Because I'm pretty sure I had a character who died before we played. So
that is true. You had a character who went straight to the farm.
But but technically the game had not begun yet, so that actually doesn't count. Characters who die during character creation technically aren't counted in the session. So yeah. That's what we're calling it. I am the DM and I am adjudicating that, right? We are not counting character death during character creation. So, but this is session 4 of B2 Keep on the Borderlands. We have had 2-player deaths, but they were good deaths. And, I still have faith that the party is going to make it through. Don't believe the hype. A TPK is not going to come. They are going to overcome all odds and everything that is standing against them, and they're going to come through on top. So before I kick off with the recap, why don't we do round robin and everybody can sort of introduce themselves, and let's go from there. Juce, your channel, why don't we start with you?
I'm Juce. Welcome to Master the Game. Like I said, this is my channel. We stream upwards of 5 or 6 times a week. We also put out at least a video a week. This week, I think we're going to have 6 streams and like 3 videos, so it's going to be a crazy week. But that's a good thing. So tomorrow, mini painting. Thursday, we have Pulp Cthulhu, which happens every week. Friday, Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Saturday, D&D 5e. And then Sunday morning, I'm doing the second of my little like wake up, half awake stream thing. Last week went really well. Had a good time and had some people show up and interact. So again, I'm gonna give it a shot again. Just might not be as early as last time. So with that, whoever's next.
So Paula, if you're still speaking to me, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us who you'll be playing now?
So I am Paula. Tonight I will be playing a new character. She will debut. Her name is Rosalind Freebooter Dread. She is, she's a thief, but we're gonna leave the remaining pieces in a TBD sort of situation. I'm excited to be playing a different character, but also, sad to see our beloved cleric leave. So hopefully we'll make it with 2 fighters and 2 thieves.
We upgraded. We upgraded. We're using poison. Screw all that like goody 2-shoes bull crap, right?
I don't know. I think we have a member of the party who's lawful good, who's lawful and is aspiring to perhaps be a paladin. And with that, Dave, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Dave. I have the channel Draven Swiftbow, and I'm playing the goody 2-shoes, lawful fighter, who hopes one day to be a paladin. We'll see if that ever actually comes to pass. But I was also the first player character death. So this is my second character as well. But I'm looking forward to playing him. So I think it's gonna be a fun time.
Wow, I really am one of those killer DMs, aren't I? Man, like moment of clarity.
Hey, as long as you enjoy it, Bill, that's all that matters.
Yeah, it's infectious.
Deep in your soul. Oh, it's so good.
It's infectious too. It carried over to my D&D 5th edition game on the weekend.
It's just great because everybody gave you such a hard time, Lee, on how you've handled character deaths, and then all of a sudden Bill comes out and he's just like, "Oh, you're dead? Okay," and like moves on to the next one.
Yeah, exactly. It's the exact same thing. And look, I've only killed 2 characters in my campaign too, and that stupid pesky cat like 5 times. So it's all good.
Okay, and That's my issue, though, right? Like, I don't care how many characters you drop. You really are going after the cat. Like, what? Did you kill the cat like 4 times at this point?
I think it's like
yeah.
3. But look, he's
Okay.
flying the cat over 100 enemies. It's gonna get shot. It's a flying cat. Of course they're gonna shoot it.
Yeah, valid.
Or eat it if they're a dragon. I mean, come on, that was fair.
And last but not least, Peter, why don't you introduce yourself and plug whatever you'd like to plug.
All right, me and Drake run Pulp Cthulhu here on Thursday and other games, and we used to make videos about character death, and I usually block that off for 3. So if we get one more, that means I gotta make another video. So, and I'll be playing LBJ, who is going to be not the glue, but the spit that holds this crew together.
That is
make it
true.
to the end.
That is true. Okay, so we begin tonight's session from the eyes of our beloved and much missed Astrid. With adrenaline coursing through her veins, she quickly assesses the situation before her. A half-crazed man, wild and menacing, and the low growl of a vicious mountain lion behind her. She's truly stuck between the proverbial rock and a hard place. In the blink of an eye, she rolls the dice in her mind and reacts, lunging forward, mustering all of her strength to land a mighty blow against her foe. But the madman explodes with blinding speed, juking to the left at the last second as Astrid's hammer glances off his shoulder, and he brings his right arm up, plunging the cold, hardened steel of his blade deep into her midsection and across as he screeches, "You must stay! You must stay! Stay, you must stay!" The pain, the bright, searing pain, tears through the very core of her being as the warm blood begins to envelop her. Darkness comes as her vision begins to fade. Her life, every moment leading up to this, plays out in front of her. Her childhood, idyllic and safe, born the third and youngest child to a well-respected and admired merchant family in Bainbridge, a small hamlet nestled amongst the rolling hills in the far westerlands. The tragedy that befell her family, the burning of Bainbridge that started this quest eastward. Lying on the cold, hard dirt, bleeding out, Astrid could vividly see the day her brother rode off with what was left of the menfolk of Bainbridge, hell-bent on justice, on revenge. He promised he would be back within a fortnight, and she waited. She waited for what seemed like weeks, months, but he never returned. None of them did. She was utterly alone. She could hear the few survivors of the Bainbridge burning be begging her to come with them, even trying to force her, but she fought him fiercely, gnashing at him, biting, kicking, and scratching, insisting that her brother would come back for her. She had to wait for him. She couldn't leave. How would he ever find her? But he never came. The day she met old Friedrich flashes by, a roaming grifter. He wandered through Bainbridge, scavenging for anything valuable left behind, and instead he found Astrid, half-starved and clinging to her mother's priestly raiments. Her life on the road, crisscrossing the Westerlands, retelling the story of the Bainbridge burning and how she survived only by the grace of the gods. Pretending to be the chosen one, a mere touch from her could heal all wounds, cure any disease, and right any wrong, for a hefty fee, of course. And the night it all changed swam into view. After another succor, another town, another con, the vision of her mother came to her, the vision that changed Astrid forever. Her mother explaining that while Astrid had no faith, she had brought faith and solace and love to so many that she had touched. All this time, Astrid believed she was fooling those countless villagers and townsfolk, but they believed she was truly helping them. Astrid gave them faith. She gave them hope. She gave them purpose. And in that, Astrid had found purpose herself. With her mother whispering, "Head east, my child, I'll be with you. I'll be here to guide you should you go astray. The road is long, the journey is taxing, but I wait for you with a loving embrace at the end." The long, hard trek eastward played out before Astrid's eyes, the caravan journey, the desperate folk of the keep, the loss of her friend and comrade Emerald, all for naught. These visions, these thoughts played out before her eyes in mere milliseconds as she lay there, the warm blood enveloping her and the echoes of "You must stay" ringing in her ears over and over again as if calling to her. The voice rising, becoming louder, but the tone softening. No longer the hideous screech of a half-crazed madman. It was soft and welcoming. You must stay, my child. Your journey is done. You must stay. I'm so proud of you, sweetie, and you've done so well. Your journey is done. You must stay now. Astrid knew who it was before tilting her head up to look. It was the soft and comforting voice of her mother. And as she looked up to see that smiling face, she realized the warm feeling enveloping her wasn't blood at all, but the warm embrace she had yearned for all these years. Valiantly, Astrid protested, "But mother, I must finish what I've begun." Her mother soothed her, hugging her tightly. No, my dear, your part is complete. Now you must stay. But there is another," as she points off to the tree line. "There is still hope, my dear." And you, the party, watch as Astrid's body goes limp, and with her dying breath, she points off to the tree line just off the road and whispers, "Fear not, there is another," as a smile spreads slowly across her face. And following Astrid's finger as she points off to the tree line, you see, sort of standing a bit furtively behind a group of a small grouping of trees, Paula.
So Rosalind is she has kind of shorter, sort of scraggly dark hair. And she's leaning up against a tree, actually kind of tossing an apple up in the air. She's really very, very free-spirited seeming at this time. And she's kind of looking over at Astrid's body, and she looks over at her companions and says, kind of in a crackly voice, "Well, that seems unfortunate."
Fantastic.
Oh, I like that one. Who are you?
The name's Roz.
You know, you could have shown some sympathy for our fallen friend over here.
I've got sympathy aplenty. And Roz pulls out an enormous wineskin from her bag and throws it over to LBJ and says, "You know, Aunt Tasha's been looking for you."
Well, say what?
"Yeah, she sent me out here. Said you're roaming around in these parts. What you doing out here?"
Can't you see? I'm doing stuff.
"Yeah, obviously not very successfully. Jeez."
I'm glad she sent you and not Bobby without the nose.
Oh, God. I don't know what he's up to these days.
Speaking of noses, we're collecting them.
Collecting noses?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do with them?
Turn them in. Get them some gold. Mm-hmm.
Wait, you're getting paid for noses?
Yep.
Man, I've been doing that crap for free. Well, you gonna hook a girl up or what?
With noses?
No, with gold.
Yeah, I reckon so.
How many noses you gotta kill?
There's many, but this one here don't count. Nope.
Well, what's wrong with this one? That's a perfectly good nose.
Well, nope. We gotta bury her.
Oh. Well, I didn't bring a shovel or nothing. You got one?
Ethan
No.
wants to bury her, I'm sure. I mean, he's over here trying to be all righteous and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I could just use like the point of my shield and just stick it into the ground and start shoveling dirt that way. While this touching reunion is going on.
Before you do, I think she's got a pole and some other stuff that might be useful. We should look and, it'd be a shame to waste it, underground with someone who's not going to use it.
I'm focused on digging. You can do whatever you want to prepare the body.
You dig. Anything good on her corpse? What did Astrid have?
Are you looting my former character's
Well, this is
body?
about survival, so yeah.
Well, okay, so I was just gonna say, I tried to create this touching send-off for Astrid, and you are now debating whether, what the value of her nose is. I have a feeling that you're not going to go in and like sort of stop the evil chaos that is happening within the caves. You're pretty much just going to take over. That is my prediction for this. So yeah.
We all grieve in different ways.
So I pull out. I know that Astrid had the spell book, so I take that out.
Okay,
there you go.
I ain't a reading. You reading there, Rosalind?
Reading a spell book?
I don't know. It's something. It's got words.
I mean, I can try and read it. Rosalind will go ahead and take the book and kind of flip through it, turn it upside down, flip through it a little bit more.
It's essentially a series of runes and symbols you can't make. It doesn't even look like language to you. You can't make heads or tails of it.
I heard you
have
get enough
magic.
drinks, they start blending together, you read them.
Well, I got some extra drinks. If you think that'd help.
Yep. Always does.
Rosalind already threw her wineskin over to LBJ, so have at it, man.
Okay. I will drink that.
Okay, so Roz and LBJ are, having a drink from the wineskin, and at this point, Ethan is sort of digging in the soft dirt, I'm assuming off the road, with his shield. What are you doing there, Sloppy?
I would probably be, again, just saying, we shouldn't bury her with all of her stuff. I mean, if there's anything we need, we really should take it. But I know we can't take everything. That's unreasonable.
Paula,
this mace? Maybe this plate armor?
What did Astrid have, Paula? Like, what did it they're looking through over the
she
body?
She had a mace. She did have plate armor. She did not have a shield. Other than that, she just had like the standard like backpack, iron spikes, 10-foot pole, rations. She has some rations. Somebody should take those. And a handful of torches, a rope. That's about it. No tent or bedroll. She was strapped for cash. So this is a very economical character build.
All clerics are strapped for cash because they give it away for some reason. I don't understand that. Like, oh, I'm in this building and I have to give away most of my gold. Whatever. Psh. If nobody wants the mace, I'll carry it.
Go for it.
All right.
Okay.
And the spikes might be important.
There is also, there is the dead body of the half-crazed madman that you guys dropped, and I believe at the end of the last session that LBJ just began hacking at over and over and over and over again. Yes. So sort of gore and viscera are just like all like as you, Roz, as you are having this conversation with LBJ, he is just covered in gouts of blood, clots, and viscera, sort of like little pieces of hair and skull, like bone skull, are stuck to his chest and his face. So he's a pretty bloody mess.
Sort of like the last time she saw LBJ. So, yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, is there any other way?
Hey, do any of you know how to skin a cat? This would be some good eating. And I mean, maybe we could use it for a blanket or something if it gets cold.
I mean, I've never skinned a cat before, but
This is a big cat, so it might be easier.
okay, so I've skinned like oversized lizards before, and I feel like it'd be pretty much the same thing.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't see
You
why
know,
not.
Small crocodile, large cat. It's pretty close.
Yeah, you should do that.
So
You could wear it.
Roz takes out her axe and tries to kind of run it down. I don't know how you skin an animal, you guys. You try and you like slice it. I don't know these hunting things. But Roz is gonna try and do that.
So do me a favor, give me a D20 roll, and let me know if it's under your wisdom score or not.
Oh, it totally is.
So you've actually had some you've had some experience skinning animals in the wild. You basically hunt to survive. And although this is the first time you've actually skinned a mountain lion of this size, you do reasonably well. You're able to split it at the belly and run it up. You bleed the animal out, and you're able to get the skin off pretty well intact. You've done a pretty good job of it.
I mean, I knew I could do it.
So as you're skinning, Dave, you've managed to dig up what you would consider a fairly shallow grave. I mean, it's certainly not. It's enough to keep the animals away. Once you put the dirt back over it, and I'm assuming you're gathering some stones for sort of like a cairn.
Yeah.
And then whoever has sort of looted Astrid's body, just mark on your sheet whatever it is that you ended up taking from Astrid. And does anyone want to search the crazy person?
Hey, LBJ,
Yeah,
you did it. Like, that's all you right there. See if there's anything there you want to claim.
Yeah, once I get that nose.
There you go, man. It's all yours. See if he's got anything valuable. I mean, when we
So-
go to town, we might be able to sell it and maybe get some better armor or something for you, because you're traveling light, buddy.
LBJ, I also want a D20 roll from you. And let me know if it's under your dex, please.
Oh, yes. It
Okay.
is.
So in your crazed hacking up of the body, you were actually agile enough. You were able to not harm the nose. Like you kept you kept the state of mind to not hurt the nose as you did.
Nose in focus.
Still,
Yes.
yeah, the nose is still there and ready to be hacked
Good.
off. It is a human nose. Well, no, I think because it really wasn't clear. Again, when you first encountered this creature, you couldn't tell whether it was man or beast. He'd been out in the forest for so long that he just kind of looked like some crazy humanoid creature. But it is a human nose. So
Yeah, I don't know what the price of that is. Maybe it's more.
Are you inspecting what's left?
Yeah,
of the
I mean,
body?
I'll go over his body and see.
So there is the dagger that he had dropped Astrid with. Although it looks to be of hardened steel, it doesn't look impressive. In other words, it doesn't stand out to you at all. However, on his left hand, really the only thing that is clean on his body is a ring that's on his left index finger, and it's bright and glinting and appears it appears for all intents and purposes to be almost new.
So I'll definitely take that by cutting his finger off.
Okay. So you hack his finger off, ironically, right? Like as you're attempting to hack his finger off, you notice that the skin on his finger around the ring is actually, it's tough to slice through. It takes you a while to cut through this finger.
Must have been born with it.
Losing your touch over there?
No, found a ring.
Well, I like rings.
Well, you got to kill something first, and I'll give it to you.
Well, I don't know if that's a rule or something. It's not written on the ring.
I can't read. It could be.
Roz, you look down at this bloodied, hacked off finger with the ring on it. You don't actually see any markings on the ring. You don't see anything written on the ring, certainly, but no markings at all. It just appears to be a solid gold ring.
So I assume in the spirit of old school gaming that somebody has got to put on this ring to figure out what it does.
Well, unless you
Right?
have a detect magic, which you could tell if it was magical or not. But
Where are we gonna get detect magic from?
I got this.
We
Sloppy
got
Sherman
nothing.
Woods starts focusing, puts all his mind powers into it. Detect magic. I got nothing, guys. Sorry. Didn't work.
I don't think it would fit on LBJ's hand because I'm picturing this hermit guy was really small, so it probably.
So the hermit was small, although you could probably get the ring onto your pinky, because although he was small, he did have large hands and feet, oddly large, which is again one of the reasons that it gave him a sort of a humanoid look as opposed to.
Okay. Well, sure. I'll put the ring on then once I remove his finger from it.
Okay. So as you put the ring onto your finger, you feel it's almost like it's like, the feeling that you get when you hit your elbow, you hit your funny bone, that kind of like buzzing electrical feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You feel that as you're putting the ring on, and as you force the ring down further onto your finger, that buzzing sort of electrical feeling turns into like this kind of spreading warmth up your arm. It doesn't feel bad. It feels it actually feels it feels pretty good, and you can tell that it's absolutely emanating from the ring, and you feel stronger, more fit.
Sloppy.
LBJ, what's that look on your face?
You got that hammer,
I don't have a hammer.
that mace.
Oh,
Whatever
wait,
that
I do
thing
got a
is.
hammer. I do got that small hammer. Hang on, I forgot to pick that up off of his body. Yeah, here you go.
So I lay my hand down on the ground. Go hit that hand.
Are you sure you want me to do this?
Yeah.
I mean, you look.
Not sound like a good idea.
You almost look euphoric, LBJ. Are you sure you want me to do this? What kind of sick thing is this? All right, I'm gonna do it.
Wait, what are you hitting the hand with?
A small hammer.
All right, are you trying to hit his hand, or are you trying to hit the ring? What are you trying to do?
He
here?
wants me to hit his hand.
Okay. So, and you're not trying to stop it, right? Like, so there's going to be no opposed roll here. We're going to say that you hit the hand. We're also going to say, though, right? Like, I need you to roll a D4, Juice.
Okay.
Dude, don't die. Are you gonna die?
I am going.
This is not the way to go out.
Die.
There, told you TPK tonight, guys. It's going down.
Broke your hand to death.
What did you roll?
4.
So, LBJ, you take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
So here's the thing, right? it is a ring of protection, but you didn't oppose the roll, LBJ. You just
Right.
in other words, you just let it happen, right?
Yeah,
So,
of course I did. It was,
Okay,
it was
okay.
a test.
okay. So it
Gotta
is
figure out how it works.
it is a ring of protection +1. And you know, we will, for the sake of lore here, we will adjudicate that the reason that you know it is a ring of protection is because, you know, every part of your hand is now, you know, it feels like every bone in your hand is broken except for your pinky finger, which had the ring on. So yeah.
Which
yeah.
I hit the pinky finger square as hell. That was the one that actually got the most.
Well,
of the hammer.
now I asked you, were you going for the ring or are you going for his hand? And you said,
I was going for the hand,
let's
for
do a playback. You said, I'm
Yeah,
getting...
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
So
The scary
okay.
thing is that would have actually been fatal to Sherman if that would have happened to him.
As a wise man once said, get stronger.
All right, so what? Okay, so Ethan and Roz, you see essentially you see Sloppy smash LBJ's hand on a rock with a hammer. What are you guys doing at this point?
I'm just going to say that sounds about right, and then I'll just go back to preparing the grave.
Okay.
Yeah, Roz is not really phased by this. She's just kind of sitting on the side of the road, drinking her wineskin, watching it all play out.
Okay. So
LBJ, don't ask me to hit you again. Obviously I'll do it. But don't ask me to do it. It's not smart, man. You're gonna hurt yourself. Like your fingers now. Look at them. They're all black and blue. Like I feel bad.
You'll be all right.
How are you gonna stab people now with that hand?
I got another one. You got two, right?
I guess. You want me to hit that one also?
No, we don't have a ring on it.
You could switch the ring to that hand.
Shut up.
all right. So yeah, so that craziness ensued, and the grave is pretty well dug. You've done as well as you can, Ethan, in terms of, you know, giving Astrid a proper burial. What do you guys want to do at this point? Right, you're standing on the road just at the bend where it begins to turn north, and the tree line begins to close in, so it becomes very, very dense around the road. You know, so continuing north along the road, the forest is very dense, very dark, and you're looking. You guys are coming up on dusk shortly.
Should we try to find this guy's house? It would protect us if we could
What
find
makes
it.
you think something like that has a house?
I mean, everybody stays somewhere. And
He's got to have some sort of shelter from the elements.
yeah.
I mean, where's your house, Slappy?
Well, my house is back home, of course. I'm not telling you where it's at. I don't even know you. And if you know LBJ, I know what LBJ is capable of. I've been traveling with him for a little bit, and I'm not telling him where I live either. I'd probably tell Ethan, probably, but it'd be a secret, and I'd trust him to keep it.
I mean, we can look around for a house. I just feel like he's probably sleeping under a rock somewhere, or like, you know, in a
You
tree
think
or
so?
something.
With that nice ring he had on? I don't know. All right.
I think we should keep making our way towards the caves that we're looking to get to, but keeping an eye out for a place that might be able to shelter for the night just in case.
Yeah, we got to cook up that cat, too, before that meat goes bad.
Well, let some of it go bad for LBJ.
You could do that. That's a good idea.
I don't discriminate.
Give him the grizzly parts. The real greasy stuff. Nasty. Ugh. All right, I'm cool with that. I'm going to stick to the back again.
I'll take
Okay.
a point. Yeah.
Yeah, so marching order then. Ethan, you're in the front. Sloppy, you're in the rear. Who's behind Ethan? Is it Raz or is it LBJ?
I'll be next.
Good call. That's what I was hoping you'd say.
Okay, and so you guys are continuing to head north then along the road, or you're looking for the hermit's home?
Well, I think we're just gonna follow the map.
Okay.
So and hope that maybe he's up, because he was ahead of us when we
Yes.
were walking. So logically, his dwelling might be in that relative area.
So
Yeah, but we're staying on the road is the point.
Yes, yeah, we're staying on the road.
Yep.
well, truth be told, and in fairness, you have to stay on the road. Again, the forest is very deep, or the forest is very dense at this point, and it comes right up to the edge of the road. There's a slight path, there's a slight clearing on either side, maybe 2 or 3 feet. The forest is really, this is cut right through. This is cut right through the forest. You can tell that it used to be wider. In other words, this road used to be more better maintained, but nobody has come this way for a while, and the forest is simply reclaiming its territory. So it's coming right up to the road. And you head along. Man, you guys better hope this is a good roll for wandering monsters.
So I'm going to show Roz the ring on my pinky finger as we're walking.
Yep.
You don't think this makes me look like one of those aristocrats, do you?
With your hand all like your
Yeah,
fingers
so-
just jagged
black
and
and
off
blue.
to the
LPJ
side.
sort
And
of shows you his hand, and it's like all kind of like, like it's black and blue, and like you can literally see that his finger is kind of like bent in an odd manner.
No 2 fingers point the same direction.
Exactly.
I think it's fine if you just like pull your sleeve down a little bit. Nobody will even notice it.
I reckon.
I mean, that's what I would do.
LBJ, you're looking fancy up there with that ring on your hand. Fancy pants.
I got a ring. Nothing to do with pants.
It's a figure of speech, LBJ.
Okay, I really, it's so hard for me to just like try to have a serious game. I can't do it. I can't do it. All right, I'm sorry.
You had a chance with Astrid, but I don't know. It's
Yeah. This is. I can see where this is. I can see where this is headed. So
Just know it has nothing to do with pants, apparently.
you head north. You head north along. You're following the road north. You go about 60 yards, approximately 60 yards or so. You can see off to your left, so to the west, right? You're heading up north. Off to the west, there's what appears to be a clearing, for lack of a better word. And it appears artificial. Like you can see cut branches. It's a path about 1.5 feet wide that goes out into, that goes west into the forest.
What do you say, Ethan?
Well, I was going to say, what do you guys think? Is it like sort of still on our path, or still sort of like in the general direction that we're going?
He
or
said
would we...
west.
Right, it's west. So you're
Opposite.
heading
Okay.
on. So it's like kind of off the road. You're heading north on this path. There's, it appears, you can tell that it's man-made. You see bluntly cut branches, but it goes off. This juts off to the west.
All right, I'll check it out because it's not that far, right? Like we can see the clearing
No, it's
from
right
the road.
off.
Yeah.
Right, it's right off the road. Again, it's
this-
like a 1.5 feet.
This
from-
clearly wasn't the hermit, guys. Like, there's no way. He had a dagger. He wasn't cutting through this with a dagger.
you
Unless
just
he left other
said-
stuff behind. I'll check it out. Everyone else can stay back in case there's an issue, and I can call out.
Okay, you see you see that the path itself, that little 1.5 feet wide path, goes about 10 feet, maybe 15 feet to the west to a massive old dead oak tree. It's huge. The trunk has to be at least 6 feet around. This looks like it was old growth oak tree, and it has it's hollowed. It's hollowed in the center. So
Okay. I will draw my sword, have it ready, have my shield ready, but I will check out the hollowed out.
Oh, I've heard about these kinds of things. People usually put black market stuff in here for drop-offs.
So
it doesn't look like there's a bunny rabbit or anything sitting on top of it, does there?
No, it does
Okay.
not. As you approach, you see that there's a torch that is not lit, but there is a torch that's attached to the side of the tree with what appears to be sort of a hand-hewn sconce that's holding up the torch, and the smell from inside the hollowed-out tree is this putrid mix of cat and urine. It's a horrible stench.
Okay, I think we did actually find this guy's place. I'm gonna light the torch.
Okay, so you light up the torch and you're able to see a bit further into the oak tree. You can see kind of a mound of leaves in there with what appears to be different pieces of cloth, torn pieces of cloth. It looks to be like some sort of nest and or bed. There's like a couple of pieces of crude furniture, a chair. These are all. It looks like furniture made for children, or halflings, someone of a very small stature. It's a small little sort of crudely fashioned chair, a crudely fashioned little table with a wooden, what you would consider a bowl on it. I mean, I'm sure what LBJ would think is like a phenomenal piece of finery, but is really just like this crudely crafted plate and kind of a spork. It's a mix. It's like a rounded off fork.
Dude, that's brilliant.
Okay, yeah, I definitely want that.
This guy was a genius. I've never seen one of those things.
So the furniture is sized for what this guy was, right? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure that I didn't just find like a halfling or a gnome's dwelling and start poking around. But if it smells like cats, stuff sized for him, I'm pretty confident.
Well, and you would know, halflings are much cleaner and neater and finer craftsmen than this. Like, yeah, there is nothing about this that screams halfling to you at all. So,
all right, I'll step in and see if I can. I'll start just sort of maybe like sifting through the leaves with my sword, like not with my bare hand, but just sort of use my sword to sift through the mattress and see if I can find it, if there's anything tucked away in there.
I was gonna say I want to help look in through his bedding as well, preferably under it.
I will actually call out that it's that, like, because I do stick my head in. I don't see like anything, right? Like there's no movement or.
No, there is no movement at all. The place feels actually oddly still. It almost feels abandoned. You don't. There's no movement, no sound. There's just sort of this stale smell.
I'll call out to the rest that it should be safe, but be on your guard.
I would probably go in and help him look through the bedding.
Okay.
And if there's any cupboards or anything, I'd probably want to look for something there as well.
Yep.
Or desks.
So, Ethan and Sloppy, could you give me a D6 roll, please, and let me know what that is?
3.
I'm sorry, you had a 3, and Ethan, you had a 4?
I had a 3. Sherman had a 4.
Okay, so Sloppy, you're sort of like sticking your sword in there and fishing around, through the leaves and the dirt, and your sword hits upon something that feels solid. So you're moving the leaves and detritus around, and then your sword kind of like clanks off something, and you hear like a hollow sound within.
I think I found something over here, Ethan. I'll try to clear it off with the sword without reaching also.
Yeah, clear it off and be careful. Maybe one of our other friends might be able to see if there's any traps or anything on them.
So LBJ and Roz are either of you
Rosalind,
checking for traps?
you seem like someone who might want to do this. And besides, you kind of got to show your worth now that you're new here. You want to come check this out?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm an old pro at this.
So Roz,
No worries.
as you approach, you see it looks like so Sloppy has pushed the leaves back and uncovered this. It looks like a chest about 12 inches wide and about 8 inches, deep, that's buried into the ground. The only thing that is exposed is about an inch of the top, the lid. So you don't even see, you can't tell at this point if it's locked, where the lock is. All you're basically seeing is the top inch of this rectangular oaken chest.
Is there a handle like on the top of it?
Nope, it's basically smooth wood. You can't tell if the handles are at the sides, if the handles are at the front. You don't know if or where the locking mechanism is. All that's exposed is the top inch of the chest itself.
So I'm going to take one of my iron spikes and I'm going to try and, move it around the outside of the chest, dig around it a little bit, see if I can kind of wrench it out of, whatever it's sort of buried in.
Okay. So I just for point of clarity, I'm not saying that you have to or that you should, but I'm saying you're doing this pre-checking for traps. You're basically you
should check for traps first.
Oh no, sorry. I thought when you were explaining how it was positioned, you were kind of saying you couldn't check for traps. So I'll check for traps first, and then I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
You got to roll under your percentage.
Yeah. Sure didn't, but
so she finds no traps.
Hard.
So Roz
feminists are not working out for us.
Roz steps up and looks at the chest, and she proclaims without any hesitation, there's no traps at all there. When
the time comes, everyone else step outside. I'll be the one to pull it out.
Well, if you want to pull it out, I'm fine with that. Go for it.
All right. Well, everyone step out. I will have faith in your ability to see if there were traps or not. So for my third character...
and this is how the party goes completely south with no moral guidance whatsoever.
But yeah, I'll make sure everyone is well outside first.
Okay, and then explain. I'm going to want you to explain how you're doing this. What are you doing?
So it's like completely flush, right, with the hole?
Well, no, it's not flush. There's about an inch,
okay,
that's coming up of the surface, but there's you can't see. So you don't see any hinges, you don't see any handles, and you don't see any locks. You basically just see the top of what appears to be an oaken chest.
But I should be able to slide my fingers in to get some sort of grip on it.
You can certainly try. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
Okay. And you're sliding your fingers in.
Mm-hmm.
And are you facing? So
I've got my back to the door.
Your back is to the door. Okay. Yeah. Give me a D20 roll, and let me know if it's under your strength.
Strength? Yes. Yeah, it would have failed almost anything else, but I have a 16 strength and I rolled a 12.
Okay, so you're sort of rocking it back and forth, and you feel it loosening, as it's rocking back and forth. Continue?
Do I hear a click?
Well, do you?
Yes, I continue.
Okay.
Like I said, she said there were no traps.
So you begin to rock it back and forth more vigorously, and as you do, you hear a click, but the chest comes free, and you hear a click. The chest comes free, and you are pulling on it and end up sprawled out on your back with sort of this chest on top of you. It wasn't trapped. I just want to keep you guys on your toes.
Okay, no, that's fair. So I will call everyone else in.
Yep.
And wait, well, so is it locked first? I guess before I do that.
It is absolutely locked. Yes. So
Okay.
you can see now that you've dug it up, and you can actually see. It looks like it's been buried there for years. You can actually see that the wood has become rotted. It's almost soft on the outside, where it has been buried and the moisture has been getting to it. And the top is smooth and fine, but it is absolutely locked. The hinges are rusted. The locking mechanism itself on the front is rusted. It looks like it's been buried in there for,
So considering that it's rotted out,
Don't break it.
would it stand to reason that I could just rip the?
Don't.
You can
Seeing
certainly
you
try.
investigate the rusted hinges, I'm like, don't think about that. I've seen
Okay,
people
you can
do it.
certainly try.
When it's happened, they broke the stuff inside. Don't do it.
Well, I'm not trying to like smash down. I'm just pulling the basically the locking mechanism away from the.
Oh, you're just
Front
going
of
to
the
pull it
chest.
apart. Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
just gonna
But
strong arm it.
but I do want like at least people to like be able to witness it so that.
Are you trying to impress us over there?
Well, no, I just want to make sure that you can see that when the chest first opens, so that we all see what's inside at the same time.
Ah, okay.
So I don't know if I need to make a roll for that or.
Yeah. So since this is not really going to be a strength check, this is going to be a dex check because you're trying to sort of dexterously remove this lock without breaking the entire chest open.
Okay. I actually rolled a 4, so.
Okay. So you're able to sort of get the tip of your sword in there and begin to rock it back and forth, and the locking mechanism sort of comes forth, and you could open the chest now if you would like.
Okay. So I'll just make sure it's in plain view, but make sure everyone's still far enough away that just in case.
Yep.
But then I'll open up the lid.
Okay.
And step back.
You open up the lid and step back. As you when you open up the lid, what you see, it's just sort of cobwebs, spider webs, some earwigs running around. Like it's just like all of these bugs that have made their way into this chest and begun to make homes. But also, you see like burlap. You see 3 distinct burlap sacks at the bottom of this chest, and then what appears to be some sort of trinket. You can't really tell as it's obscured by the cobwebs and the little beetles and bugs chittering over it. So
Okay. I'll step back to the chest and I'll just sort of start pulling the stuff out.
okay, so you pull it out. The 2 of the burlap sacks clearly have the clink of coins. You can hear the clink of coins as you begin to pull them out. The 3rd sack, it feels like it contains a bottle of some sort, and you can tell that there is liquid in the bottle because it sort of sloshes, right? Like as you set it down, it begins to slosh a little bit. The trinket, when you pull the trinket out, lift it up from these cobwebs and beetles that are sort of running all over it. It appears to be a great cat. Looks like it's sort of hand carved. Someone had whittled a great cat. You can't really tell. Could be a panther, could be a puma, could be a tiger. You can't really tell. It's crudely done. But you can see that someone actually lovingly carved it, if not artistically, right? So
Okay. So I will just carry the bags out to everyone else. Who was it? Sherman that actually dropped the mountain lion? I think it was, wasn't it?
Was it Sherman that what? I'm sorry.
That dropped the mount. That killed the mountain lion.
I don't remember. It's possible with an arrow.
I think.
I actually thought Ethan dropped the mountain lion,
Oh, okay.
but I'd have to. go
Yeah,
back and watch
because
I don't remember.
then the little dude attacked Astrid, even though, you know,
Right. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Ethan had just
Ethan-
killed his pet.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I think that
Oh yeah, it was you, because we were like, why did he not attack you instead of
Right. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That sounds about right. Okay. So I'll hold on. I'll show them the trinket of the cat, but I'll ask if anyone objects to me keeping it.
That's all you, man. You that's your trophy right there.
All right. I'll take.
Memento. What's that bottle though? I heard that clink.
Yeah. But at this point, the rest of you can examine the contents of the.
I'll open that sack and see what the bottle looks like.
so. It's a semi-opaque bottle made of some sort of green glass. You could kind of see through it, but you know it's not perfectly clear. It is definitely a liquid inside, and it's stoppered off with a cork that has suffered some damage over the years. Like the cork looks like it's beginning to eat away a little bit, but it's still, the bottle itself does still seem to be sealed.
Does it seem like I could pop the cork without causing more damage, or no?
Yeah, you could
Okay.
definitely get the cork. You could definitely get the cork out.
I want to waft it.
Okay.
I want to pop it and then waft it, see if I can tell what it is.
Okay, so you pop the cork. You pop the cork, and it pops with like a comes out tightly like almost like a champagne bottle.
Nice.
You go to smell it, and it smells oddly of mint and clover.
Ooh, sounds
It's really
delicious.
it's kind of the overwhelming smell that you're getting, but then with a strong acidic undertone.
Acidic. Would I recognize this at all? Like,
So not to metagame here, but as a fighter, no, you would.
okay. So it's not like a common thing that
No, you don't. So here's what you
Mhm.
do know, right? Like this doesn't smell of any liquor that you've ever had in your life. It's a smell that you've never smelled. But the closest that you can relate it to is mint and clover.
Do you guys know anything that smells of mint and clover?
Like,
I don't
you're trying-
know. Little liquid that would be in a bottle like this. Mint, clover smell. Maybe something really acidic that might burn. I don't know.
I know a lot about a lot of different liquids. I mean,
I'm not talking about liquor.
is
Thanks for telling me
there-
you're a party girl, though. I appreciate that.
Is there
That's a quick way to tell me you're interested in me. Thank you for that.
Is there a lot of liquid in this bottle? I guess what I'm wondering is, could I like dip my finger in and just try a little bit?
You could certainly try.
Wow, you really are a lush over there.
I think this is a
Look.
really bad idea.
I mean,
I think it's a great idea. Here you go.
how
wants to
else
get
do
drunk,
you
let's
play
let
Could we
old
just like
school games? You
just
just gotta
drop
try
a little bit
it.
on? Well, we could drop a little bit on some of that meat that we got just to see if it is acid.
Whoa. You want to waste perfectly good meat? No.
Just a small chunk of it. You can
Look,
take
I
it
know
out of
we
mine.
killed a
just
cat like
thinking-
this big, and you think we have meat to expend, but that's not enough meat for us.
Look,
All right,
I'm just
do
thinking
as
like
you will.
a little,
I raise my objections.
I
just
kid.
a little drop.
All right. So
Right?
are you dipping your finger in and tasting it?
Yeah, like I don't want to like fully submerge it and like swirl it around, but like just a tiny bit,
Okay.
like you're just trying to make sure that
All right, give me
I
a
don't
dex
know.
saving throw. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So you dip your and the bottle it's almost full. You sort of tilt it to the side and you dip your little finger in. It feels cold. It's been sort of like in the ground for a while, but there's no pain. There's really no sensation at all. You again are sort of hit with that strong smell of mint and clover. And as you put it on your tongue, as Astrid goes to put the liquid onto her tongue, the rest of the party, what you guys see is like Astrid's little pinky finger that she had stuck into the potion it's almost like dematerializing. Like you kind of can't, it's becoming almost clear, almost see-through. And as you dip as you touch your finger to your tongue, it tastes phenomenally. It tastes just like what it smells like. It's a very strong, minty, almost like a julep kind of, taste to it. And it tastes great.
Did your finger just start to turn invisible?
For a second there, you look like Astrid. Mm.
Oh,
I caught that too.
so sorry, Roz. I am so sorry.
What? What did I miss?
I called you Astrid.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Roz.
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Yeah.
You look better than Astrid. Don't worry about it.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, guys, it's really good. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a potion.
Can you still like feel your finger? Like you
Yes,
can't see it, but
you absolutely feel. Roz, you can feel your finger. It feels like it feels like it's there, but as you look, you can see.
Can I see it?
No, it has dematerialized. But if you touch it, you can feel that it is still there.
You want Sloppy to hit it with a hammer?
Oh, I'm good at that.
No,
Look at his
that
hand.
didn't. Look how that worked out for you.
That's true. It didn't work out real well for you over there, LBJ.
What do you mean?
I mean, look at your hand. It doesn't work.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wrap that stuff up later. You know that, right?
Sorry, man. I didn't realize I was hitting it as hard as I did. I feel bad now. At least the one finger's okay though.
Right.
Look,
You know what
maybe
they
we
say.
What do
Get
they
stronger.
say?
Mm.
Get
You
stronger.
gotta be dumb. You gotta be tough. Mm.
A new nickname is born. Crooked Claw lives. So yeah.
I don't know.
So
I like that saying. That's a good one there. I'll have to remember that, LBJ. If you're gonna be dumb, you got to be tough.
So this probably seems like a good place to rest for the night, I would think, if we were coming upon that time anyway.
You are, and as so getting the chest out of the ground, boldly tasting the potion, and just sort of investigating. Dusk is here. Full on darkness is about a half hour to 40 minutes away.
I would probably start trying to find a spot against the tree on the outside to like put my back against and
Okay.
get comfortable as much as possible.
Okay, and there it again. This is kind of a clearing. So there's certainly a ton of place around the the tree where you could kind of set up. Sort of, since Sloppy kind of likes to do this anyway, you could also climb the tree. It's old growth. The branches are quite large, certainly large enough for you to kind of bed down if you'd like.
Yeah, I definitely would. I don't want to be inside because it smells like cat urine. I heard. So. That's not my thing.
Indeed, it does. Well,
LBJ
yeah.
probably loves it.
It doesn't. it kind of smells now of mint, clover, and cat urine. So there's that.
You're gonna ruin the smell of mint and clover for me.
Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna give LBJ that bowl.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold on to the spork though, but I will give him the ball.
So
you know, the Mad Hermit was ahead of his time. He was the creator, the progenitor of the sport.
With harmless utensils.
Yeah.
how much gold did we find in those bags?
I don't know. Nobody opened up the bags yet. You guys opened up the bag with the potion. You didn't look at anything else.
I'll grab one of the bags with coins in it, and
You're gonna stick your invisible finger in there, huh?
So there are two. There are clear. It's quite obvious that one burlap sack is much heavier than the other. And size-wise, one is much larger than the other. Which one would you like to grab? The large one or the small one?
Oh, bigger is always better. Size
I'll
matters.
actually go for the smaller one because good things come in small packages.
Oh, BS.
So you grab the burlap sack and you open it up, and immediately you can see a poison trap. No, I'm kidding. Like immediately you can see the glint of from the torchlight glints off what appear to be newly minted gold pieces. And as you open the sack, the light sort of reflecting off the gold pieces from the torchlight kind of plays across your face. Everyone else can see. It's almost like you light up, upon looking into.
I take a piece and I bite it, like try to bite it, make sure it's real gold.
And yeah, it seems fairly pure. Yep.
Oh,
How
gosh.
many gold pieces are in this sack?
So you go through and count. You end up with a final count of 31 gold pieces.
LBJ, there's 31 gold pieces here. I know you probably can't count that high. But
I was just going to say, you guys are going to leave the math
31.
up to LBJ?
Nope. I'm just letting him know. Just letting you know, buddy.
No noses.
No noses. This is worth more than a nose. Well, maybe not.
Maybe noses tomorrow, because it seems like that would be more profitable than,
How much were we getting for noses again, LBJ? Do you remember?
It was a lot.
It was a lot? Are you sure?
I think you told me that my cut was 10 gold pieces per nose. Isn't that what you said?
5 gold pieces per nose for you.
Well,
I don't think
thought
we
it
were
was
getting
10.
5 gold pieces a nose to begin with.
Actually, you were getting 15.
Were we? Oh, were we? Okay.
Yeah, we'll just
Well,
give
I
her
wasn't.
5.
I wasn't
For the one
technically
she
there for
kills.
that. So
Right.
For the one she kills, she'll get 5 gold.
So that the 31 gold gives us 7 gold each, and then there's 3 gold left over.
Well, and you still have another sack.
What's the other
Yeah.
sack?
So I'm just saying, if you want to take the 3 of you can take 8 gold. I'll just take 7.
Oh.
Oh, you're so kind.
I'll open up the last remaining sack, the large sack.
Okay. You open this one up, and as opposed to sort of the warm yellowish, glint of gold, it's more of a brighter, it's a brighter white glint coming off of what appears to be either silver or platinum pieces.
We can't discern between the two?
Well, not without like digging in. You're kind of
we're
looking
digging
at
in.
it under torchlight. Okay.
Yeah.
So
dig in.
you dig in. It is definitely silver pieces. Who is digging into the bag?
Oh,
Sounds
Yes,
like
it's me
Slappy
since I
is.
said so.
okay. I was gonna say I can
Am I
do
dead?
all the dangerous
Are
stuff.
you killing me right here?
I need you to give me a D20 roll and let me know if it's under your dex, please.
Oh, that's not bad. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. So you dig into the bag, you dig your hand down into the bag, and you feel blade kind of cut you. A very sharp blade that
Sharp in
is
there.
kind of like stuck in with the coins.
What idiot puts a blade inside of a bag with coins? What a dumbass.
The same person who apparently just sticks their hand in and starts digging around.
Well, what do you want me to do? It's a bag full of coins. I was excited. We need to throw it up in the air and celebrate. Woo!
So from now on, we dump these out on the ground.
100%. Damn, that was stupid.
So do you dump the bag out onto the ground?
Yeah. Sorry.
It's
Oh, I'm yelling at you.
it looks like it looks like, I don't know, over 100 silver pieces.
What's the
I mean,
blade?
obviously you could stay and you could sit there and count it. But there's also a dagger that drops out. So the blade was actually a dagger, which the blade itself seems shorter than what you would guess from a standard size dagger. Again, it almost looks like a dagger made for
This
a child.
dagger's
However,
mine. It drew my blood.
However, the dagger itself,
Maybe not.
it has absolutely no marring or no scarring, and the blade side, it's bladed on both sides, and the blade itself is so fine you could split a hair with it. It is that sharp.
I don't want this dagger. I don't want it. It just cut me. I'm kind of mad. At first I thought I wanted it. I don't want it. It's too sharp. I will probably hurt myself with it. And I don't want any of this silver. It's too damn heavy to carry that worthless junk.
Well, I'll take your silver.
That's all you. I'm not carrying that shit.
It's 10
really-
silver to a gold, right? Or
Yes.
Is it, yeah. And then 5 gold to a platinum?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
not
going to a bunch of
really
caves. I'm not carrying that shit.
a small dagger kind of girl, so
We could bury the silver somewhere off the road over here. And then on the way back, if we're not carrying too much, we could stop and get it.
We just put it back in the chest and put the chest back in.
No. I got an idea. We bury it using your shield again. And then you just leave the busted ass chest above it as the marker. And when if someone comes by, they'll see the chest. They'll be like, oh, it's nothing in it.
They'll see the chest and the disturbed ground underneath of it.
Well, no, look, we're in the woods. Like, there's spots of just dirt where there's no grass already. They won't even know.
We could bury it next to a tree and just put like a little carving into it.
I mean, wouldn't the carving stand out? Okay, fine, we could. It could be LBJ.
The carving could just be like an initial, or yeah.
Yeah, we could write LBJ was here.
I mean, maybe this is a revolutionary idea, but we could just like bring it with us.
We're going to a cave. Like,
Also,
who knows
no
what we're gonna see there?
no judgment, but I'm not necessarily certain that LBJ knows how to spell LBJ.
Yeah, he won't be the one carving it.
I do. I'm
Look,
fairly
he's
intelligent.
aware of how to like make marks, at least, right?
Mm.
You know?
He's got a broken hand. He's not doing anything. You need 2 hands to carve into a tree. That
Well, why
new
don't we
dagger
just-
would do it, though.
Maybe
Why don't we
you
just
need
get rest
two
for the
hands.
night and we can worry about the silver in the morning. I'll count it. I'll take first watch and I'll count the silver just to see how much is there.
Oh, you're
we
a
can
pal.
just we can decide from that point forward what we want to do with it.
Lawful characters, aren't they the best?
They are. I wonder if he'll take second, third, and fourth watch.
Counting always makes me tired.
All right, so Ethan is going to take first watch. You guys, I'm assuming, are bedding down. I think that's actually a good time for us to break and do bio stuff.
Sounds amazing. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. All right, we're back. All right, let's do this. Let's self-inflict some more wounds and see if we can get that TPK tonight. We're only halfway in. Let's do this.
Okay, so you guys are betting down. Ethan, you're up, counting coins and keeping a watchful eye and ear out. You end up counting. You end up counting out 164 silver pieces, although they're not. These look to be accumulated throughout the years, whereas the gold coins looked freshly minted. They all came from sort of the same minting. And didn't appear to have any wear and tear. These silver pieces look like they were collected over years. They have different mint marks on them. Some of them are truly worn down. Some of them are not. You kind of get the feeling that these are perhaps silver pieces that have been picked up from unwary travelers along the road over years of collecting. So.
Do the gold coins? So the gold coins look newly minted, and nothing about this guy screams anything like that. So do they look like they're like, I don't want to say counterfeit if they're real gold, but maybe shaved or something?
So they appear brand new. Do me a favor, give me a D20 roll and let me know if it's under your intelligence.
I got to get less than 8.
Okay.
I rolled a 2, so
okay.
Good Lord.
So you notice the mint mark on the coins themselves carry the seal of St. Cuthbert.
Okay.
All of these coins.
The gold coins or the silver ones too?
Okay. No, not the silver ones, just the gold coins, right?
Well, that sounds like something that would have been important to our freshly deceased. Okay, I'll just make a note of that, and I'll just stack up the silver pieces in 4 different piles, 41 coins each, works out evenly. And if my watch goes by uneventfully, I will see if I can wake anybody else up. And if not, I'll just keep watching.
So your watch does essentially. There's no. I mean, you hear the sounds of wildlife out around you, but you don't necessarily. There's nothing that you think is out of order. Who are you attempting to wake up?
Actually, so I think I'll do a double watch because LBJ, he needs to heal. We just met. Crap, I'm bad with names. Roz, yeah.
Rosalind, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So we just met her, so I don't entirely trust her yet. So I'll take a double watch, and then just sort of an hour or so before daybreak, I'll wake up Sherman and see if I can get a couple hours of sleep.
Okay, so as you about an hour into your second watch, you go to stoke the fire that you have lit, and you hear off in the distance howling. It sounds like a dog, or perhaps a coyote, maybe a wolf. Definitely howling. There's an answer back, though. You hear 3 distinct howls, sort of answering back to that initial howl, and that sounds much closer. In fact, it sounds you hear 2 distinct howls about 60 to 80 yards to the west of you, and then you hear another distinct howl up just across the road, maybe 30 feet into the woods to the east.
Okay. I'm going to stoke the fire up a little bit brighter.
Okay.
Generally speaking, animals don't like fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's my character's logic anyway.
Yep.
And I'm going to keep a very close listen on it. And if anything sounds like it's getting closer at all, I will yell out to get everybody up.
Okay. about 10 minutes pass. You stoke the fire. It's roaring at this point. You hear twig snapping movement off to the west where the tool howls came from. You're not actually hearing, you don't hear howls anymore, but you're hearing some distinct twig snapping, leaves rustling, that sort of sound. It does, it's uncomfortably close. It feels like the forest has come alive around you.
Okay, I'm gonna wake everyone up.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna try to, at least.
So
when you wake me up, I'm assuming it's kind of frantic.
Yeah, I just sort of just put my hand on your shoulder as you're sleeping, and just like, I don't want to be loud or sudden, but just enough that it should wake you.
Oh yeah, I wake up. I grab my bow right next to me right away, get an arrow ready. I don't knock it though.
Okay, and I'll just whisper for him to wake up LBJ, and I'll wake up Rosalind.
Okay. So as you're waking, as you're waking everyone up, specifically as you're waking up Sloppy, you have to go outside to sort of get him from the bough of the branch that he's laid out on.
Oh, okay.
I slept on the ground. I did sleep on the ground with my back to the tree.
Oh, you did. Okay, so but you're outside, sort of under the tree, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so as you go outside, out from the shelter of the hollowed out tree, to wake up Sloppy, you look across at the fire to make sure that it's still stoked and going, and you can see distinctly through the flames glow two distinct glowing sets of red eyes.
Okay.
Just outside the clearing line.
Yeah, if Sherman's outside, then yeah, he would definitely be the person I would wake up first.
Yep.
Yeah, and I probably as soon as I started to hear them get closer, I probably would have done that like right away, especially if he's more vulnerable than the rest.
Yep.
All right, so then I'll just tell him to go inside and wake the others, and I'll have my shield and sword ready.
Okay. What are you gonna do there, Sloppy?
Hang on, let me see. Okay, yeah, I'll go inside and wake them. But I'm not going in. Like, once I get in, I'm not quiet. I'm like, guys, get up. There's some things out here with glowing red eyes. Get up. And I quickly go right back to the door, and now I have an arrow knocked.
Okay.
Come on, you gotta be kidding me. First night with you guys, and I already got problems.
They're probably attracted to your smell. That perfume crap that you got on you. I don't know what that smell is. Mint and clovers or some crap?
Well, it's better than what you smell like.
I smell like the forest.
Is that what you call it?
Whatever. Get your butt out there and do something.
Gotta do everything myself around here.
Go stab something.
I'd be careful saying that.
Ethan needs help out there. I'll provide cover.
All right, Roz, LBJ, what are you doing? Ethan, the eyes are not moving. They appear to be just like staring intently at you, almost as if they're waiting for something.
Okay. I'm not going to be the aggressor, so I'm just going to stay there at the ready. If anything comes towards me, I'm going to swing at it, but I'm not going to go to them.
Where is the mountain lion at this point? The carcass.
That would be back with the fire.
So it's by the fire.
Yeah,
probably over top of it cooking.
Okay,
Did we bring the whole carcass or just some of the meat?
Oh, I think we brought it all.
I thought you said you skinned it and brought the carcass.
I would have wanted it all.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
we're bringing the entire thing.
That's good food. We don't need rations if we're eating good food.
So, as you guys are rousing and you're having this conversation inside, Ethan, you're watching these eyes that are staring intently that are staring intently at you. You see what appears to be a rather large wolf, probably twice again the size of a normal wolf. Sort of lunge forward for the fire and takes sort of snaps at the mountain lion. Some of its hair on its chest gets singed and it yelps a bit and then jumps back.
It's trying to take our food.
You can see it pacing back and forth in front of the fire.
We have rations. I know you're excited about this, but it's not worth losing our lives.
I don't think I hear Ethan say that though.
Well, what do you do, Sloppy?
Evens, I'm shooting it. I rolled a 1. Okay. I'd be like, guys, it's taking our food. What should I do? And that's what I'm doing.
Okay, if he fires an arrow, I'm going to move myself in between the giant wolf and Sherman.
Okay. So the large wolf that lunged forward and took, kind of snapped at the mountain lion, throws its head back and howls. Ow!
So you're telling me I have an open shot at its throat, is what you're trying to tell me.
Certainly, if that is your choice. Yes. Yes.
Hey, LBJ, should I shoot it? It's taking our food. Hurry up.
It is good eating.
Should I shoot it?
What are you waiting for?
Okay, if I hear this conversation going, I'm gonna just have to go charge it so it doesn't charge after Sherman.
I'm gonna shoot it.
All right, this is what you. I want the stream to be clear that this is the choice that was made.
Yes.
That this is not me being a killer DM.
So I sigh, roll my eyes, and resign myself to the fact that we have to fight now.
Okay,
we're fighting for food. This is survival.
Okay, but you're not getting you're rolling initiative. This is not a free shot, right?
Oh, I get that.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is perfect. Max roll 8, baby.
Okay, so you have first attack. There are 2 wolves, at least that you are aware of. One that is quite large, twice the size of the other one. And then Ethan, that you had heard one, from the east as well. So
Draven, I'm really sorry. Please don't judge me as a player after this. Don't hate playing games with me for this, please. Oh, that's really good. So that would be armor class 0.
That is without question a hit. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Right.
And this is just for clarification.
5 points of damage.
Just for clarification, you're going after the largest of the 2 wolves?
Yeah, whatever one took the food.
Yeah,
that put its head up. I'm shooting for its throat, and I rolled a 5 on the d6. So.
Okay, so you did 5 damage.
Yeah, and that's the same one I would have moved up towards, knowing that this was going to happen.
You asked LBJ for advice. I mean, what do you expect?
What did you think was going to happen?
I asked my longest living friend in the group by about a week. So
just a couple days, really.
Mm-hmm. But I've known him longer than you and her, so
That's true.
Okay, so your arrow strikes true. It actually hits it square. It hits it square in its chest. The wolf seems completely unfazed by this. In fact, it just seems enraged. It begins to froth at the mouth now, and kind of snaps. It snaps at you. Is anybody else doing? Is anyone else doing missile attack, or is everyone else going to close for melee attack?
All right, I'm gonna run away now. No, I'm just kidding.
I was just gonna move. I'm not gonna attack though.
Okay, where are you moving to?
So Roz would like to move up and out the door and kind of move into the shadows a little bit.
Yep.
Perhaps.
Are you attempting to hide in shadows?
Yeah. So,
okay.
Well, I would like to hide, kind of sneak around a little bit. Yep. And I'm hoping in the future that I'll be able to sneak around far enough that I can jump out and surprise these things and attack them that way.
So
there is another one unaccounted for. Just keep that in mind.
So I could you give me a hide and shadows roll, please?
Sure can.
It's not good, right? Yeah. You know what? We're gonna give you, because it is dark and you were unseen, we're gonna give you an additional 20%, to your roll. So whatever it is, and I think it's like 15% or something. I think
it's a 10.
It's a 10. All right, so you have a 30% chance. Roll under a 30.
So still didn't make it, but
okay.
I'm feeling really good about my strategic position, though. I mean, because I've done this a million times before, and guys, it always works.
Hey guys, the chat said to fireball him.
So you see.
So she's singing the quiet song as she starts sneaking around.
Right, you guys see Roz kind of like very obviously sneak out of the tree. She's kind of like trying to sneak around the tree, and clearly not hidden at all. So that is your movement. LBJ, are you moving or are you attacking? And Ethan, are you moving or attacking or both?
I would have moved up, like, as they were determining that they were going to attack. I would have already been. So yeah, I'm going to move up to the big wolf and attack in melee.
Okay, I
know.
I just want to go on record as saying that. Like,
nope, still blame you.
I made it very clear that this is
Gosh, Ethan isn't very smart,
wolf,
is he?
Right? Like,
I only shot because I knew Ethan was moving forward, so I was just trying to protect him preemptively.
So go ahead.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
Go ahead and
right,
give me an attack.
LBJ is clearly the leader of the party.
Melchior just said they're going all the way with LBJ, and I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know which way that's going, but like.
Hey, it doesn't matter. All I see is a bunch of people smiling. That's all that matters.
I hit armor class 3.
Okay, that is a hit.
Yeah.
Roll high, buddy.
Normal sword. 1d8 plus 2.
Two-handed?
No, it's a long sword basically. I did roll max though, so that's 10.
Okay. So you bring your longsword. You bring your longsword down, and it is staggered. As you bring you catch it off guard. You bring your longsword down, and it catches it along the shoulder blade, and the blade drags. It is not down, and I mean, although it appears hurt, it doesn't appear weaker at all.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, yeah. Which brings us to you, LVJ.
So this is like a hollowed out tree, right?
It is a hollowed out tree. Yes, sir. Yes.
So I could come out the entrance, and does climb walls count? So I could climb up the side up the tree?
Oh yeah. So here's what the tree is climbable. You don't even need to climb walls. If you want to climb the tree, you don't even need to roll for it. Climbing walls is really for like sheer surfaces.
Okay.
Like you are lithe and certainly dexterous enough to be able to climb a tree without any check at all. So yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do that and then attempt to, if I could use my sling to try to hit it.
Sure, certainly.
Oh, okay. Armor. Oh God, here we go. Armor class 3, I guess 16. I got to roll.
Yes, an armor class. Absolutely. Hitting. You absolutely hit.
Okay. 2 damage.
2.
So you swing your sling around your head, and the rock launches, and it flies through, kind of bounces off of the wolf's skull, who is now really frothing pink kind of froth as it's bleeding internally comes up, but it is still it is unfazed. So that brings us to their turn.
Yes.
Well, there are two. None have dropped yet, Raz. So this brings us to our turn. Now, Ethan
Yep.
rushed forward, right? Like, this is what you did.
Yep.
So the dire wolf, the large wolf, the wolf that is twice the size of a normal wolf,
Yep.
lunges forward at you. It kind of lowers its rear haunches and launches itself directly at you, doing. And you know what? We're gonna say
It has to make an attack roll, though, right?
yes, it does.
Okay.
No, it absolutely does.
Auto death.
What we're saying is
it just automatically
it absolutely
hit.
well, if it hits, it probably is auto death. But what we're gonna say here is it's going to bite. It's going to launch itself at you and bite. It is not going to try to hit you with its paws, right? So one attack. Here we go. I'm not rubbing the dice god's head.
Armor class 2.
That's a 7. Okay, so he launches himself.
Good.
He launches himself at you.
And I get my shield up. And
you're able to get your shield up and sort of move back. And he kind of glances off of your shield.
Great job, Ethan.
Ready to go. So the second wolf, though, also again because you are sort of the opportunity. This is what it's presented itself.
It's what I made this character to do. So
yes. That's a 20.
A crit? Like on the die?
Like on the die.
Yes!
Dave, dice rolls are sacred, buddy. I'm sorry. I can't. Like, you would not
I
want.
you put the dice
You
gods
wouldn't want
away.
me to. I did put the dice god away.
He didn't put it away far enough.
So, but this is the smaller wolf. So
yeah, that's fine. I have 10 hit points.
This one only does
This one only does. This one only does
4.
No, this one only does D6, right? So,
Yeah, I can survive that. I have 10.
All right. So, well, it's going to be doubled.
Famous
If I
last
roll-
words, man.
Getting his
Famous
hopes up
last
here, Bill.
words.
Getting his hopes up.
You have a 2 in 6 chance of dying right here.
Yeah, that's
okay. So
it is what it is.
Here we go. That's a 3. So it does 6 points of damage. It gets you good. It also launches itself at you and catches your throat. And kind of the fangs tear in and rip the flesh. Also, you see a third wolf come from the east and enter the circle. So basically you now have 2 wolves in front of you and a fire and 1 wolf behind you. So you're kind of surrounded on all 3 sides. Which brings us to the top of the round, and let's roll for initiative again.
Wait. There's
you better
3?
I am never getting
now.
experience points.
Yes, there are 3 now. Yeah. I told you heard another wolf.
Yeah, I even told her that there was another one that wasn't accounted for.
Do you guys still want me rolling, or somebody else want to?
I would beg whoever has the best initiative modifier to roll, because you really need the
I am a
initiative
+2.
round.
I think that's still you.
I mean, I'm also
And I will.
+2,
And okay,
just for
so
the
yeah,
record,
I got a
but-
4.
Okay, because I was just gonna say, unless you can't beat a 2, so you have the initiative.
I gotta drop the big one again.
It's not meta, but I'm not metagaming here, right? But I'm saying there is no shame in fleeing a battle that you cannot win, right? Like there's
But if you take out the big one, they run.
There's not, but I would need them to run first while I would stay back to cover them.
Hold your ground, Ethan.
You're such an ass.
all right. So
Should I climb a tree too?
is anyone just doing movement that they get to go first? Then missile attacks will go.
You know what? I am going to climb a tree as high as I can.
You are a peach there, Sloppy.
I'm trying to get up at least
You
like 15
instigated
feet
it.
up.
Okay, so you climb the tree. As long as you so here's what I'll say. As long as you climb within 20 feet, you can actually climb up and still fire an arrow if you'd like. So
yes.
yeah. Okay.
All right. So then I climb my tree. I get near LBJ and I'm like, all right, we gotta kill the big one. So hopefully the rest will run and maybe we can save Ethan. And I don't know where your little friend went, but let's maybe save her too.
Okay.
16. So that's armor class 3.
That's definitely a hit.
All right. 4 points of damage.
Okay. What does that look like, Sloppy?
Oh, sweet. So I imagine the giant wolf, the biggest wolf ever seen by anybody in Mystara, is chomping and salivating over the shield of Ethan as he's like holding it up, as he's getting bit by that other one on the side. And all of a sudden this arrow whizzes right by Ethan's ear and nails it right through its eye.
Nice.
And then it falls limp and Ethan's able to drop it off his shield.
Nice. So you guys see Sloppy drop this massive beast of a wolf. That's going to be you, Ethan, unless LBJ or
I think LBJ
Roz
was
are
using
just
sling.
moving. So yeah.
Yeah, that's my bad. I didn't realize that was.
Oh,
considered
missile. You're
attack.
right. You're using a sling. Yep, that's going to be.
So he should be able to attack too.
Yep.
So there's the two
There's
others.
there's
There
one
are
that's
now-
currently ripping my throat out.
Right.
Oh,
And so
okay.
there is regular, like a wolf that appears to be regular sized in front of Ethan, and there is a wolf that appears to be regular sized behind Ethan. And they're both
Okay.
sort of snapping and snarling and foaming at the mouth, trying to, chomping at the bit to taste man flesh.
Where is Ethan in regards to the fire?
So it's wolf,
I'd be right
Ethan,
next to it.
fire, wolf. Like, so, because he charged past the fire, the wolves were on the other side, he charged past it. So the wolf is now at Ethan's backside. In other words, if the wolf were to push him back, basically Ethan can't retreat at this point. He can't backstep. He'll be backstepping right into this, by the way, raging fire, which he stoked up. Like he, said that he had, built the fire up. So.
Okay. So, but this other wolf is right on him, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
The wolf in front of him is basically at his throat. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll attack with my sling then.
He's kind of like trying to hold it off with his armored arm and his shield, trying as it's snapping at him.
All right. Oh, okay. 18. That would be armor class.
That is absolutely a hit.
1. Okay. Max 4 damage.
Nice. So you sort of wind up your sling again and let it go. The rock sort of zings by. Ethan could hear it. It zings right by his ear and pops the wolf directly right in the eye, and you hear it cry out and yelp. Which brings us to you, Roz. What would you like to do?
So am I aware that my sneak attack is not going well, or am I feeling really confident in how I'm positioned?
No, you have a good feeling that that the light that is being thrown off because Ethan had stoked the fire, that there's simply just not enough light or darkness for you to hide in the shadows, and you're pretty sure that if you wanted to hide in shadows, you would have to move to another position and make another attempt. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
So
find
I
a
mean,
darker area.
Roz at this point, like, she's seen one cat go down, or wolf, but there's still 2, and she's been in a couple fights with LBJ before, and he usually has some pretty decent ideas, so she's gonna follow suit.
And climb the tree.
And she's gonna climb the tree.
LBJ.
I would argue the whole good ideas thing personally.
Wow.
Well, I think okay.
And
So DM's note, I think you all should have climbed the tree, and I gave you a million opportunities to do it. But yes, so
yeah,
good for
and
you.
then when she gets up there, kind of perched next to her comrades there, then she's gonna fire an arrow at this wolf that was already injured.
Okay,
Wasn't
so the
there
one
one?
that is currently basically snapping at Ethan now.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
that's what I'm gonna do. and that is a 4.
Armor class 4, or you rolled it?
Yes.
4? Okay, yes, that is absolutely a hit. Yes.
Okay, so that is 5 points of damage right
Ooh.
there.
All right,
Look at
That's
that.
9 to that wolf.
Tell me what that looks like.
So like I said, Roz kind of looks around. She's unsure about her position, climbs up to the tree, and slides out onto this branch, knocks an arrow, and it looks like as it was flying through the air, it almost just like bent slightly at one point, angling right into the blades of the wolf. It's almost like her hit was just like infused with some sort of magical essence or aura. Like you were not expecting it to really, go that direction. But she clearly has some skills.
Amazing.
Don't want to underestimate her.
I just want to
at
go
all.
on record that this was a small wolf.
That's amazing. So, Ethan, the stone.
I'm getting a little tired of things whizzing past my head.
The stone sort of zings past your right ear, and then you hear and this arrow just kind of like zips past your left ear and embeds itself right into the wolf. It's a phenomenal shot. You're super impressed. However, you do have another wolf that is behind you.
Yep.
So
It's my turn, right?
it is your turn.
All right, I've had enough of this. I'm right next to the fire, so I'm just going to reach out, rip off a handful of meat.
Yep.
And I'm going to throw it to the last wolf.
Okay. And so I legitimately just rolled a morale check, and the wolf was turning to run. He kind of turned to ran. As soon as you throw the meat down, he runs up to the meat that you had thrown on the ground and simply begins devouring it, almost to the point where the wolf is super comfortable with it. You get the feeling that perhaps the wolves were that perhaps this little hermit, this crazed madman, just
I've been trained to
fed the wolves. They were like two socks from Dances with Wolves. So yeah.
While the wolf's eating, can I shoot it?
Yes, you can take any morally ambiguous route that you would like to take, sir. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I recuse
class
myself
4.
from the rest of this.
Armor class 4.
An armor class 4 hits. Yes.
You didn't just throw it at the gizzard, did you?
3 points.
No. I wouldn't throw a part like an entrail that you would want.
So here's what happens. So you shoot the wolf. Okay, you shoot the wolf. And the wolf sort of looks up again. He's enraged, but also hurt, and basically darts for the tree line. That brings us to initiative order once again. We're back in initiative order. I needed you to roll to see if the wolf is going to make it to the tree line, or at least away, or if you can shoot
5
it again. All right, so the wolf is running from the fire, trying to make its way towards the trees. Are you knocking another arrow?
Our food's getting away.
Yes.
Oh, God, I have a party of evildoers.
That's armor class 6.
An armor. So yes, he has an ace. The wolves
For
have an
5
AC.
points of damage.
Okay, so tell us what that looks like as you kill.
I assume he's all
wolf.
bloodied, and this one just kind of goes right in the lower back, like below where its ribs would be,
Yes.
and gets it right in its heart, and it just drops. Guys, we're eating good tonight. We got 3 wolves, some cat of some sort. Like, we got this.
For the record, PETA folks, that is masterthegame.com.
To be honest, I've never killed an animal in my life, though. Just, I eat them quite a bit.
Yeah. So you've dropped. Here's the thing: you are picking up some good experience, though, right? There's loot and there's killing of things. So,
I will say that was very tense. And very exciting. I will say this is the most exciting combat I've had in a long time.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. I am truly shocked that you survived. I thought for sure.
It's my smart tactics.
Again, not to metagame, like sort of I'm going to break the fourth wall here. That was a dire wolf, folks, right? Like, so it could have easily dropped any member of this party if it would have rolled better. So,
It only had that 7.
you guys should be thanking that I didn't that I have foregone the dice god. So
Oh,
yeah.
You just showed him attention. Though.
Although it did crit. So there is that. So
Yeah, we didn't exactly, or I didn't get out unscathed.
no, you did not.
In fact, I'm going to take like maybe a rock that's near where the fire is that's been warmed up nice and,
and try to cauterize
the
right.
I walk over to Ethan, and of the 8 gold he gave me earlier, I give him 1 of the gold back. So here you go. Thanks for waking me up.
Yeah, that's worth it. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sure.
I take it and
Don't spend it all in one place.
I say thank you. Now I am going to go sleep.
Yeah, sleep
You're
inside.
on watch.
Oh yeah, no, I'll definitely field dress these wolves. We'll cook it up. Maybe try to salt it in the morning. I don't know. Maybe the hermit guy has some salting or something.
Well,
We can
here's the
figure it
thing,
out.
right? Like the largest wolf it's basically man-sized, if not a little larger. It's a. I guess what I'm saying is you could certainly field dress it, but it's going to be like carrying around a deer carcass. Like
I don't care about the carcass. I want the dire wolf fur to wear.
Okay. Yep.
For me.
Okay.
You're gonna tan it?
Oh, I'm gonna do whatever I can. Yeah, I want to wear it.
He's going to Jon Snow that bastard.
Hell
Where-
to the yeah.
Yeah. Right. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
That's all I want from these wolves. That's it. I'll eat whatever's here. Like I'll have a good meal before we leave, and I'll wear some fur and be comfortable.
All right. Ethan is going to bed down for a well-deserved rest. Okay. Also, hit point recovery does not work as it does. We're all aware of this, right? Like, in other words, you don't sleep for 8 hours and recover all of your your hit points.
Yep.
No, I think you need like complete bed rest, and you get like 1 hit point per day or something like that.
Well, you roll a d4 on a
Okay.
3 or a 4, you're going to get 2 hit points back, and on a 1 or a 2, you're going to get 1 hit point back. So
You guys look. I mean, you look rough, Ethan. Do we need to stay here for like a week?
At least a couple of days might be nice.
I mean,
You
we
got
know
plenty of
nobody
food.
is coming here. I mean, we pretty much took care of him.
And this smells like home.
And I tell you what, I'm willing to give out some of this meat to any other creatures that show up.
I wish you would have been so willing to do that 10 minutes ago.
I mean, I didn't know you were gonna hurt, man. Like, I figured we needed that, especially knowing we're going into a dangerous place. We needed to be well fed, and I was worried that we weren't gonna be at our best. And obviously, you're not at your best now, and I do feel bad. You don't have to do any night watch. I'll do more night watch.
Well, yeah, I appreciate that.
Hey, you're welcome, man. Anything for you. I got you. That's why I gave you that 1 gold.
Yes, right.
So Ethan
That's
is
a lot.
gonna-
And then I'm just going to turn and go lay down.
Ethan is going to bed down for some rest. Who is taking watch? You have it's about 2.5 to 3 hours until sunrise. So
Assuming I've been awake and doing the skin stuff, I'd probably stay up the remainder, I guess, at this point.
okay, and Sloppy, begins field dressing the wolves. He's sort of skinning them, admiring his handiwork. Like, if cell phones were a thing, he'd be selfieing.
Oh, hell yeah,
in front of his
Instagram it.
arrow.
Put it on that gram.
Right. Yep, and blissfully unaware passes the night until morning comes.
Hey, guys, I got some meat for you.
Well, good, because I'm hungry after all that.
This is from the smaller wolves. That big one, that was a lot of meat, and I don't know. That one, I think we can just leave out in the woods, for anything else.
Leave it to season. We'll come back and get it.
I don't know if you want to do that, LBJ. I mean, we got perfectly good meat here that we can let sit out. That's cooked. You're less likely
Right,
to
the
get
whole-
sick.
you were the mountain lion was over the spit, sort of.
Yeah,
roasting.
that one's
So
basically
that was
done
the,
for
yeah,
sure.
that was the
It
smell.
looks
that-
overdone.
Yeah,
Mm.
that was done midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume that I'd just try to cook it all while I was awake.
So everyone wakes up in the morning and you can see that Sloppy has set up an additional spit. He went and scavenged through the forest for some nice mushrooms and a crab apple, and he has sort of a crab apple stuck in the mouth of the largest wolf as he's roasting it, and he just looks really proud as
I'm
you guys
very
walk
proud.
out in the morning. Yeah.
So after I wake up, I'm going to take that one gold coin that that Sherman gave me.
And I'm gonna shove it.
I'm going to take my iron spike and I'm going to put just a small hole in it. And with a little bit of like twine that I have, I'm going to turn it into a necklace. Basically, I'm going to wear that one gold coin around my neck.
Nice.
I love it. Ethan, I hope nothing ever happens to you.
Well, a little late for that, but
I see we bonded.
How's that hand, LBJ?
It
Getting
ain't
any
too
better?
bad.
No, it will be LBJ. Give me a D4 roll, and we're gonna see how much better it is.
1.
So you have one. You got back one of your 2 hit points that you lost.
I get to do
Likewise,
that as
likewise
well?
for you, Ethan. Yep.
okay. I rolled a 4, so I guess I get
You
2.
get back 2. Yep.
So I am at 6 out of 10.
Your wounds don't look that bad, Ethan. They look like they're decent. That burning that you did to like make it stop bleeding, that seemed to do a good job for you.
And legitimately, so as Sloppy is saying this to Ethan, his neck wound is jagged. It look like the flesh is completely coming apart. It looks like it might actually be festering and infecting, and it's still actively bleeding, by the way. So yeah.
You said there were like scraps of cloth and stuff in here.
Yeah, leaves the bed itself, sort of like his nest / bed,
Right.
was composed of a bunch of leaves and scrap cloth.
Yeah, I had taken the scrap cloth and made a little thing to put on my hand. So
Nice. So basically, you smell even more now of urine, of cat urine, and yeah.
Right. It's sterile when it leaves the body. It's fine.
Of course.
Seems like an LBJ type of thing to say.
So, you guys gonna have some wolf or big cat for breakfast, or what's the plan?
Oh, I'm
A
digging.
little both.
Totally eating that cat.
Yeah, I would also be like, guys, we got to fortify some like defenses for this place if we're gonna stay here for another day or two. I don't know. Maybe we can like make a quick fence or something.
A fence.
I don't know. We got to figure something out.
I'll leave that up to you.
Something that can
gonna
like
eat and then lay back down.
maybe make a pit trap or something. Like maybe we can dig something out and cover it with like branches, so at least if something tries to sneak up on us, it'll fall in and we can eat that too.
Make the fire bigger.
Are you guys gonna make Ethan dig with his shield?
Oh no! But if he's
I will
sleeping,
lend
though-
them my shield.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he's sleeping, I might try to use it myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just here.
Yeah, I mean, assuming LBJ would kind of help me out and maybe Roz a little bit, I would probably like LBJ could go find sticks, right? I don't expect him to dig, but maybe Roz could help me dig. We could take turns and try to dig as much as we could over the course of like 8 hours today.
So, Roz, what do you think there? Sloppy is asking you to help him dig.
I mean, I guess so, but what do we like? Have you done this before? Because I don't want to be digging no hole and then have them walk around the hole. Like, it's only one hole, right?
I mean, yeah, today. Tomorrow would be 2 holes.
Can't argue that logic.
In my mind, I'm just imagining that scene from Goodfellas where it's like, but I'll dig a hole. You think it's the first hole I ever dug? I don't even have any lime. God, okay.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It would take a long time, be a lot of energy exerted. And then we need him to go in that exact spot. It sounds brilliant. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
you're not using like an actual shovel either. You're using a big, heavy metal shield.
You're right.
Shield,
It's bigger
right.
than a shovel, so it probably would do better.
That's
My
one
guy would
way
probably
of
be like,
looking
yeah,
at
you're
it.
right. That doesn't work. Never mind.
Look,
I'll just
I'm
stay
just-
awake again.
I'm just thinking that maybe there's some better use of our time.
Well, what ideas do you got for the day?
I mean, if he's got like festering wounds, maybe we soak. That's probably a terrible idea. Maybe
Why are you laughing? I don't understand, Roz.
we should. You know what I saw? Okay, so I saw somebody do this one time.
It's not a jellyfish sting if that's what you're getting at.
Were you wanting to pee on his neck?
And it worked, okay? All right? Like,
Hey,
So-
LBJ said it's sterile when it comes out, so
we take
He would be the authority, I guess, so that makes sense.
we take
What's sterile?
some of
mean?
the strips of cloth and let's sterilize them. We're gonna soak them in some wine, and
Some
then
wine. Do
we're
you have wine?
gonna wrap it. I mean, yeah, of course I got wine. I got 2 quarts over here.
Why are we talking about digging holes? Let's just freaking drink. Let's have a good time today.
Well, I mean, LBJ's got one of my wineskins, so that's probably gone.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But I'm
that
just
went
saying.
into the never-ending cup that LBJ just carries around with him. So
I'm just saying that I saw somebody do it one time and it helped him out. Like it was just like the wound closed by itself.
Guys, I think we have a base of operations here now. This is our headquarters.
you had a base of operations at the keep.
No, this is better though. We don't have to deal with a bunch of strangers walking up on us. We're good here.
Get fresh air,
Ironically,
too.
as you say,
Damn it.
ironically, as Sloppy says, we don't have to deal with a bunch of strangers walking up on us. You hear the distinct sound of horses' feet clip-clopping and some wagon wheels coming up the road, so south of you. It's
Like it's heading
sounds
north?
Like, yes, it sounds like it's heading your way.
They're heading to their doom.
How far away is it?
It sounds like they're right about at the bend. So where you originally met the party, where Astrid had fallen, it sounds like it's about at that point. So within earshot now. Just starting to come into earshot.
So they should also be seeing the hermit's body because we didn't actually do anything with
And
it.
they probably smell
Correct.
the wolf
You
meat.
left. You skinned the mountain lion, took the carcass, and left the legitimately hacked to pieces.
Noseless.
dead hermit. Yes.
Did we
right.
leave it out
Noseless.
on the road? I thought we moved it off
And
the road.
fingerless.
No, we never-
you did
we never
not
said
say you moved
anything
it off
about
the
that.
road.
We
Yeah.
did that, yeah.
Yeah.
We just
So-
left him in the middle of
We should
there.
probably hide. Could be tax collectors.
Are you
Um,
sure? Oh,
So
okay, good.
so Ra's kind of hearing the noise of the wagon is actually gonna go climb back up in that tree and see if she can get a good view of this wagon that's coming towards us.
I'm gonna
Okay.
try to get either wake Aiden up or
No, let him
Drag-
sleep.
no, we gotta go inside.
He's already inside. He's sleeping inside.
Is he? I didn't think he'd want to sleep inside. Is he inside sleeping?
Yeah, I would have been inside. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
well, then
Yeah,
I'll
the-
cover. I'll try to cover you up with some of the straw. And
No,
the
if they
scraps.
come in and have any problems with what happened with the guy and his cat, I mean, we'll just show them that,
we'll stab
Aiden's
him.
hurt.
Mm.
Yeah, we'll just explain the cat attacked him, and that's how he got his wound. We're good.
Don't
I gotta
worry,
whisper
guys.
that to LBJ, though.
I totally got this.
And as Roz says, I totally got this. And LVJ is trying to
I'm also in the tree though.
cover
Still in
up
the tree.
Ethan with dirty leaves, and so dirt and gravel and leaf detritus is getting into Ethan's sort of open wound here. You hear singing It almost it sounds, you can't really tell, 3 to 5 voices, but they're singing sort of bawdy, drunken sailor type songs. It sounds like they're having a good time. There's laughter and there's laughter and they're singing, and it's getting closer. You can hear the wheels turning, and the clip clop, the steady clip clop of at least one horse. What sounds to be pulling a wagon.
I'm not going to do anything. If they don't come up to this tree, I am not flagging them down.
Okay.
But
Roz,
if they do come up, I will offer them some meat.
So Roz is up in the tree, and she's trying to actually be quiet, kind of stay out of view, but watch for this wagon. She's 100% prepared to have a chat with some folks, if there's an issue, but she'd rather just avoid people in general.
LBJ, what are you doing?
I'm going to hide out of sight in the tree.
Okay.
Try to keep an eye. Is Sherman in the tree too, or is he outside?
I'm probably outside, like, with the meat, just eating.
Yeah, I'm eyeballing Sherman,
Acting like nothing's going on.
making sure he doesn't give away the gizzard, because I want that.
But I do have my bow right next to me.
Okay, good.
Okay, and so the singing continuously gets louder. You hear the steady clip clop and the wagon wheels turning, and suddenly it goes dead silent. The wagon wheels stop, and you just hear, "Oi, Rafe! You smell that? Smells like venison!" And then you hear another voice. Scream out, "I smell it! I think we should end for this evening, and we will pick it up again in 2 weeks."
Oh, I'm going to have to shoot some guys. I'm going to have to kill them. They're coming for the meat.
We could just talk to them. That's also a choice. It's an option.
After we
LBJ,
stab him.
LBJ, should we talk to him?
After we stab them.
So 3D6 down the line.
He's dead. No, we all survived. I'm
just getting ready for next session.
He's just getting ready his second character that's going to
technically.
Well, no, I mean like your second character is in like your accessory character, right? You're just gonna play 2 characters.
Yeah, that's what that is.
That was great. So I do want to say that was the most intense I've felt in a combat in a long time.
I was really nervous too. I was nervous.
Like, I was super nervous. I'm never like that.
Yeah.
It was exciting. I loved that rush. I legit felt bad. Like, I was like, oh crap. Draven's gonna be like, I am never playing a game with Juce as a player.
Exactly.
Like,
You legit felt bad.
Player.
Don't even lie over there. You're sending me
I didn't feel
messages.
bad for what I did. I felt
He's
bad
like-
for Draven the player.
He's like, this might have been a really good idea. Think about the XP we're gonna get.
I did say that. I said, this may have been a great play. Think of the XP.
Truth
as
be told,
I killed the final, or the big wolf.
Truth be told, you are getting some. You're getting some decent XP. 125 just for the dire wolf. Not counting the money.
Do I have to share that with them?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I did 10 points of damage to that wolf. So
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I did too.
Yeah, I got you an extra gold piece.
True.
That's
Well,
now
that was actually a great session. It went a little off the rails unexpectedly. Like, okay, so here's the thing. This was a game of shocks from the beginning, right? Like, I came into it was very very reverent, about preserving the memory of Astrid and giving her sort of her final farewell. And then Roz came in and was like, yeah, so that happened. That's a thing. But like, and then there was, the inevitable sort of character argument over whether they should actually cut Astrid's nose off and, lump it in with the bandit noses, which was great. And it honestly, unexpected stuff is the best stuff, right? Like, that's why we played.
I think we learned something tonight. LBJ's the leader.
Yeah, LBJ is the wisest amongst you.
I didn't say the wisest. He clearly is pulling the strings. Ethan doesn't like it, but LBJ
Can we get maybe a second opinion on that one?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like Ethan is more like sort of the babysitter. Like,
He's the
what we're gonna do?
I would have just
paladin.
I would have just fed the wolves in the first place, but
Which is okay, and again, and I tried to give you guys an out, right? I rolled for wandering monsters that came up. I'm like, okay, rolled randomly, it's a dire wolf. Oh, shit. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. On the fly, I'm gonna totally say, oh well, the mad hermit used to feed these things, and so if they just give them some food, then it'll go away. I tried to make it super clear to you guys, and you were like, nope, not having it. Screw them. They're not getting any of my meat. Like,
LBJ asked me what I was waiting for. I had to shoot it.
You asked me for my advice. So don't ask me.
oh,
No, it was perfect. It was so perfect.
so good.
And that right there, I was on the edge of my seat, like I'm watching a movie and don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Draven's character's gonna get smoked. Oh no. Oh man.
it's my job to be the speed bump.
Dude, if we learned anything, your character is gonna make an excellent paladin tonight.
That's true.
You proved
Not killing
you are
the
a
other
paladin.
party members. Like, yeah, right. He deserves to be a paladin just for that. So
100%. He's self-sacrificed, knowing it was a bad idea.
Oh yeah, fully aware that this was.
He's like, oh, these idiots.
So, Bill, did you know what kind of character Paula had made?
No, not at all. I had absolutely no idea. And so that's why I came in. I wrote the recap sort of trying to be reverent to the memory of who Astrid was, not realizing who Raz is, right? Like,
yes.
I was completely
See, I
in.
sort of knew that, and I was listening, and I went, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
There was a bit of a tonal shift that occurred.
Yes, it was like
completely. I was completely taken aback. That's what I'm saying. Like, the beginning of the session just kind of threw me. I was like, well, okay.
No, well then I almost felt bad too, because I was like, that was such a great intro. I feel like I just like smashed it to pieces.
It was Bill, are you a writer?
Well, marketing, right? Like I generally write to sell widgets, not to, break hearts. But
you don't do a lot of creative writing though?
Oh yeah, a ton. I do a ton, but not professionally. More
right.
Yeah, right.
I really liked that. You should do more writing, because I could actually listen to you read what you've written for like an hour probably.
Well, thank you.
It was great.
I appreciate that. I did. I cared for Astrid as a character. Like I did. Like she was the heart of the party, and so I felt
she was holding us back, though. It's okay.
I felt that she needed a proper. I felt that she needed a proper send off. So
yeah, she got buried. It's okay.
Yeah, my old character just got left in like a goblin cave or something.
Okay, so and again, I feel bad for that, but we were kind of mid battle when you dropped. Like it was still sort of going on, and yeah. Emerald will get someone will remember Emerald along the way. Because I like to do the sort of the cameo.
Well, that's okay. You can eulogize this character next session.
Yeah, I'm sure Ethan will get a phenomenal send off. So.
Are we sure we didn't at least take the hermit off the road? I swear I thought we did.
I don't recall anyone saying anything about that. So.
If you did, I missed it. I don't remember you saying it all. I mean, we could go back and watch the replay, but I don't.
It would probably just be the tail.
Regardless, it doesn't. Well,
it doesn't seem like that's what triggered.
You're right. We're gonna wait till 2 weeks and you'll figure out what's going on. So yeah.
I loved it. So that was great. I really enjoyed it. Salamander Frost says it was a great intro. Everyone seemed to enjoy your intro. It was great.
Well, no, thank you guys. It's a great party that makes a great game. So it's honestly, I
sound like I was cheering on a player death, but I was kind of excited about that too.
No, I think I have just as much fun sort of trying to react to the things that you guys throw at me. I probably have just as much, if not more fun than you do kind of reacting to your surroundings. So yeah.
So it was totally a nervous laugh, like when you were about to die. Like I really was like, I think I was kind of excited about it, but at the same time, I was like I said, I thought it was a nervous, like he's gonna be like, all right, I've had enough of this campaign.
Oh no. I take it all in stride.
That if Ethan would have died, it would have been 2 parties in 3 sessions. Like, actually, no, 2 parties in 2 sessions because didn't you miss an initial session, or did you not?
I missed character creation.
That was just
Oh
creation.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So
But I would like to have more than a 50% survival rate.
Yes. But sadly, my streak is broken, so nobody died tonight. I mean,
And
like,
we don't get a recap video from Peter now. Damn it!
Yeah, come on. What
I'm working
the
on it,
heck?
Peter.
I
I'm
was
working on
banking on that.
Yeah.
I don't know, all the stuff you threw into my wound, there could be.
That's true.
It's all natural. How's it going to hurt you?
Yeah, right.
I may have to make a save
You're
versus
supposed to
poison or
put
something.
dirt on it. That's what I
All
always heard. Pack it
natural.
with dirt. It'll make it better.
Probably not dirt that's soaked in like stale cat urine.
Probably not the best. Yeah.
Or hermit urine. You
I
don't
would
know.
agree.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably
it is a
blend.
mixture of both, to be honest.
Right.
They sort of slept together. So
It's like a 2080.
yeah.
Oh, gross. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I don't think we need to go around the horn again. We did it at the beginning.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with some miniature painting and creating a new table. Maybe it'll be, I don't know, whatever Paula suggested earlier. Because we finished our one last week. I don't think we started a new one. So anyways, that's it, guys. We'll see you tomorrow at about 8:30 p.m. Eastern if you join us. So game on.